Hello YouTube modelers, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank all my subscribers and viewers. So here is part 2 of my buddy build with Chuck, Plymouth 71 Duster 340 AMT. I put some color, spray some color down, so here it is. Here are the wheel backs. Tires, I black wash. Interior, started to detail the instrument panel with the simulated wood grain and the chrome trim. I will be building the 340 6-pack, not the 4-barrel, so it's going to be using the oval. I'm going to be using the green wires. It should match my interstate battery. And I do try to assemble sub-assemblies of similar color, so I don't have to scrape the paint and glue it later on, so everything gets sprayed at once. I originally painted the shock absorbers blue, then I switched to yellow, and then I realized, well, the bottom of the car is going to be yellow, so I decided on orange, so that's the third color I chose. So I will be wiring it in green. Seat belts will be in red, so it stands out, because if I use black, it'll just kind of blend in. Put the seat inserts the same as body color, red antique sway bar, so it'll stand out. So pretty much paint is done. Just have to detail a little bit more. Spray paint the body in Krylon Gloss Citrus Green. This paint is extremely thin, and the reason why I know that is because the agitator, I shake it, I put it down on the table. You can hear the ball still rolling around, so it's very light viscosity paint, so it's very watery. Usually the ball bearing does not spin around in there for that long because the thickness of the paint, but that's really thin, so I really have to take it easy. Here is the body. The only thing is, this paint is so light and I use white primer, you see a little bit of the black overspray from the interior stick out. So that's what those specks are. So my backstory on this is probably just the dirt kicked up from the tire. I will not be spraying it again, but if I had to do it again, I would have to take some mineral spirits and wipe down the body of that black overspray. Just that usually when I paint it, it covers it. So that's why I decided not to wipe off the black, because I figured, well, it's going to be covered anyway, but I was wrong. The spoiler, I just popped it in, friction fitted it right now to see how it look. I think the offset is good. Here is the hood. The hood looks great. I'm going to have to, when this is dry, or cured, I'm going to polish the hell out of the paint to get it nice and smooth. Undercarriage is same color, interior is black, and that's pretty much it. That's where I am right now. So I still have quite a bit of work to do, like the seat belts, the wiring. I have to do the chrome trim around the windows and things like that. So that's where I am right now. Alright, so I attempted a second coat, and as I expected, it started to blister, so I'm gonna have to remove it and start all over again. This was to get rid of those specks of black paint from the interior, the overspray. So let me strip it back down and start all over again. Alright guys, so here is the car body in ELO. I brush it on, let it soak in, and then it's starting to peel. So hopefully I'll get it back down to plastic. Start all over again. Alright, so most of the paint has been removed. I just have to go over it with some mineral spirits to clean it up. I was not able to save the interior because there was some dripping in there, so clean it all up and start from square one. But most of the paint has been removed. I just have to go over it once again, fine wipe it. Some of the residue, the gummy paint. Alright, so the body has been cleaned. The brush that I used, I think I used it to remove black paint. That's why you get some of the residual that fell in the crack, but that's not a bad thing because in a way it's pre-shadowed for the door, trunk, and the trim around the window, so that's not necessarily a bad thing that I have some black pre-shadow in the cracks. But pretty much it's cleaned in the spots that you will see anyhow. So it should be ready to start all over again. Paint the interior, cover it up, and then paint the exterior. Alright. Alright, so the interior of the Duster is painted flat black. Now I'm going to flip it around and repaint the body. Alright guys, so I finally finished putting on the paint on the body. So the sides came out perfect. But, like every paint job, something's got to be wrong. Right on the roof, I got a speck of dust and I took a tweeze and pulled it out, and now I'm left with like a little divot. So now I'm going to probably touch it up and then see if I can polish it down. But it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not the sides, it's the top. So it's right on the roof, little divot caused by a dust speck. Alright, so that's the update so far.